Welcome back to the videos, boys. This is episode 2 of the GTI Trans Install. So obviously on the last video, if you have not seen it yet, we pulled the motor out of the red car, right? So now, while I was gone, old Preston here, he pulled the transmission off of the motor, which saves me some work. So here is the engine, obviously, trans, that's what we need. There's the blown one. We have new axles. We're going to throw the axles on after we get this in the bad boy. Here's where we're at. Obviously no transmission. So currently what we have going on right here is we're doing new pins for this plug-in for the coil pack harness. And then here, this is the new one and this is the old one. So it's pretty shot. Clips and all that are broke on it. So yeah. So it was due time for a new one. But we'll have that done for sure today, which is easy. And hopefully we can at least get the transmission bolted up, mounted. That would be ideal. But we'll see where we're at. We'll see what we can do with the two of us and go from there. Alright, so I just got done cleaning up the fork as well as the throwout bearing. We're reusing all this. So I pulled it completely apart, cleaned it all, and re-greased it. Snaps back together. Super simple. You just slide it back on like that. And that little ball there, new grease. Push that on, just like that. And there you go. It's freshened up, ready to be used again. That's what you want. I recommend if you don't get new stuff, you might as well take a little bit of the multi-purpose grease and just grease it up, slap it back together, and you should be good to go. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm replacing the motor mount bracket. The one that we left on the trans, the threads are stripped and it's not holding the bolts in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to swap it out real quick and go from there. Look what I just did.
That's it right there, dude.
Yeah, I went to go do that, and it flipped, and I broke it.
Shut up.
Wait. Where? Go look at those, and then compare to the one that's on my...
I mean, that hammer's bent, my hammer's bent.
Alright, so last time we left off we were doing that mount. Well, we got it done. Trans is mounted up. Everything's bolted back in. We got to do the dog bone mount underneath. And then I got grease all over me. Then we got to hook up suspension. We got to hook everything else back up, like the shift linkage, the slave cylinder. We got a sensor back there that we have to replace. Starter, all that good stuff, axles. And then once we get all that back in, we'll button it up and we should be ready to start it up and take it for a test drive. Alright, so we just pulled off the axles of this transmission. Here are the bolts. There we go. So, alright, so we just pulled the axles off of this transmission, which they are right here. They're a little bit beefier than the ones that were in the other car. So we're going to go ahead and put these back in the car. Right now, they're working on doing the downpipe, so I'll let them take care of that. I might go over there and start putting things back together. But what we got going on here is
what are you doing,
we have everything mounted back up. Trans is back, so we're making progress. We're getting close. right, day 2. We're working on this bad boy. As you can see right here, we have a transmission in the car. The only things we gotta do is I gotta button up this side of suspension. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna double check this side. It's put together, but I'm gonna make sure that everything's torqued down the way that it needs to be, make sure it's safe to be on the road. Once we get the suspension done, we're gonna put the wheels on and we're gonna go ahead and torque down the axles. It's easier with the wheels on because someone can hold the wheel, someone's underneath, and you torque it down. And then we have to clean up all this, get it all put together. We got a little bit of a coolant leak down here, it looks like. It was dripping from somewhere, so we're gonna figure out where that's coming from, fix that, and this car should be on the road by the end of tonight, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Try not to get excited because it's been on and off. Say it's gonna be done, then it doesn't get done. We got it though. Let's get this shit done.
He just threw shots at me. He just threw shots.
You go back to the YouTube video, it says, well, we're gonna have this engine pulled tonight. That engine wasn't pulled till the next day.
You know, if you guys work on cars, you know how it is. It never goes as planned.
Florida, so it could be sunny and start pouring out of nowhere, so.
Yeah, it does do that.
We might melt in the rain.
You know. But anyways, gotta get back to work, so. Once again, we have another night update. Alright, so we got the suspension pieces all back together. Everything up top, it seems to be buttoned up the way that it was before. We did this side as well. It definitely needs an alignment. It might need a new wheel bearing. Axles may have been damaged, but we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna go take it out for a test drive. We're about to do a first startup here. So car's finally on the ground in how long? A month? Probably about a month. So here we are. We're gonna go ahead and give it a first startup.
If I put that 2D.
Hey, no more flying like that. Alright, so we are back with Preston and his GTI. Right now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do an oil change on the car, just throw it on a new filter. I think we're gonna go ahead and be checking out a couple things that are going on with the car. I can't remember exactly what he said, but we also are gonna be putting this car back on the ground and making it able to be rolled. We're gonna get rid of it. This thing is just junk. Interior, it's moldy. Yeah, so this red GTI has been sitting here for
Months.
months, yeah, now. So the interior is all moldy and nasty. Yeah, you guys want to peek at that? Yeah.
Do a close up on that steering wheel, bud.
There she is. Yep, so
The door.
smells nice in here, nice and freshly molded.
Freshly molded. Yeah.
But yeah, I believe the plan is just get rid of this thing. It could be parted out, which I don't think you really want to take the time. You just want to get rid of it. Yeah.
I mean, if people want the parts, come and get them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you heard it here. If you guys need any parts for what year is it?
05.
05.
Well, it's I think 99 through 05.
Okay. So 99, 05. Yep. So if you need any parts, go ahead and hit them
The
up.
whole car.
Have the whole car. Yeah. For What's an asking price for the whole car?
I don't even care.
Doesn't even care. Throw an offer his way. I'm sure he'd be happy to take it. So as you can see here, we are taking off the brake caliper because the brakes weren't even working on the car anyways. And we're just gonna go ahead and throw this back on. Nice and simple, easy. Like I said, car didn't have brakes to begin with. We'll just make it easier for us and take the caliper off instead of putting it back on. All right, so it's been about over a month now since we've updated on the car. How's it driving?
Good. She shifts through all gears. Really no other issues.
Okay.
And her transmission wise.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we have to do the oil change today. What else was going on with it?
I'm pretty sure we get a bad wheel bearing, or a wheel bearing that's trying to go out.
Okay.
So
all right. Yeah.
that'll be on the next list, and then we'll fix her up, sell her, get another project.
All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, looks like I'm gonna get a video riding in this thing.
Getting there, coach.
You like this thing?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So is stuff done to this? I mean, you have an oil pressure gauge and a...
It's stuck. It's got an intake and exhaust, so that's
Short throw shifter.
So how much power does this thing make?
I think right under 200.
It's a 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
So there's the tire. It's a pretty decent sized tire. And then there's the belt. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. This thing's pretty neat.
Cool collage he makes. Collage. He makes. Have a dope edit of your car now.
All right.
It's an upbeat. Gotta stay after it.
Yeah.
That's a fun thing.
I wish I had a video of you.
Ecotech. Big old muffler that just dumps. It's funny. Oh, this thing would be super easy to turbo too. All right, Preston, thank you so much for the series.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that, you know, you're enjoying the car at least a little bit now that it's running. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this series. If you did, give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, you know, help the channel out. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya!